Acts 13. But Elymas, the sorcerer, tried to oppose the proconsul from receiving Christ, receiving from the faith. Then Saul, who was also called Paul, filled with the Holy Spirit, looked straight at Elymas and said, "You are a child of the devil, an enemy of everything that's right. You are full of all kinds of deceit and trickery. Will you never stop perverting the right ways of the Lord? Now the hand of the Lord is against you. You are going to be blind for a time, not even able to see the light of the sun." Immediately mist and darkness came upon him, and he groped about, seeking someone to lead him by the hand. When the proconsul saw what had happened, he believed, for he was amazed at the teaching about the Lord. Wow, this is a miracle. Judgment of God against someone who's trying to pervert the way of the Lord for someone who was about to come to Christ. In the midst of sharing the gospel by Paul to this proconsul, which is apparently a learned man, established man of authority. This Elymas, this witchcraft guy, came over, tried to sow the seed of unbelief, disbelief, and rebuke, rebuttal towards the gospel. In the midst of sharing the gospel by Paul, Paul saw everything. Now, this word is very important, okay? Paul, he tried to turn Elymas tried to turn proconsul from the faith. Now, Paul, filled with the Holy Spirit, looked straight at Elymas, the witchcraft guy, and said, "You are a child of the devil, enemy of everything that's right, and trickery. Will you never stop perverting? Now God is against you. You shall be blind for a period of time." Immediately he was struck blind. That was something beyond anything we have seen. You know, miracles do happen. And that was such a powerful demonstration of the power of the Spirit of God against the power of darkness. You know how much lies have been spread in America today, in our nation, in the political realm, in the public service. People of the public service figure will constantly pour this kind of thing unto us. And even the churches are preaching the wrong liberal theology. They are propagating lies too. You know, but since when God fills us with the Holy Spirit and speak out against these people, yeah, we have. I mean, Augustine is the classic case. He rose to the occasion and rebutted this, whatever his name is, this group of people denying the divinity of Christ. And Paul very, very elegantly and powerfully and very, very insightfully and very anointedly, he rebutted it. He wrote the divinity of Christ. And it's just amazing. That book has not changed thousands of people at that time in living in his time, or tens of hundreds of thousands. But even today, till today, Augustine's book has influenced millions, I would say billions and billions of people. You know, he's in the 3rd century. This is 21st century. So about 1800 years have passed. And to this stage, you just imagine how many people have been blessed and impacted by Augustine's writing. And not just Augustine, there's a lot of folks who are just simply, you know, very gifted, very, very anointed. And God used them to speak out for the truth. And it is just really great and amazing. God is still doing it today, even today. We may not see the, what do you call that, striking of the eyes blind, etc. Or course, a lot of people today would have been struck blind, but God have mercy. So what changed? Seriously, I don't know. They call it the dispensation. The timing has changed so much so that miracles also ceased, and we're just not wise. Miracles don't cease; they continue, but at definitely a diminished level. There's no doubt about that. So we're going to take that from observing the ground. Okay, the analogical. You see what you see on the ground, the reality, it has definitely decreased. But it doesn't mean that it's removed. It's not. It's still happening on a minor scale. But we can aim and grow at the power of the intellectual discourse and preaching and the teaching and the writing to influence generations, many generations to come.